Ready.
It's week 4, and we've got an NFC North showdown. The Bears are looking for their 6th win in their last 7 games against the Lions. But we've got 2 new quarterbacks under center. The action is right around the corner on EA Sports.
They say summer is the time to live in Chicago. Well, that's extended into autumn as we are ready to roll under blue skies at Soldier Field. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with the Detroit Lions. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Bears team entering play. The losers their last time out, so they'll look to make amends here.
And one of the best ways you can do that is to be at home, and they are. They're going to try and ride that home crowd and that wave of emotion to a victory in this one.
Meanwhile, for the Lions here, they too were losers last week, so they're also hoping to get back in the win column.
Something's got to give in this one, right? Both teams want to start a new streak, and they both want it to be a victory. This should be a fun one.
Entering play call screen. Kickoff middle. Kickoff left. Kickoff middle.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the new-look Lion offense here in 2021, led by their quarterback in his first season in Detroit after 5 in L.A., Jared Goff.
And the numbers were not pretty. I mean, they don't look right. When you throw 2 interceptions, no touchdown passes, there's no way to really...
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories. Cover 3 cloud.
To putting out a good performance, let's see if he can flip those numbers around in this game. And, of course, rally his team to a win.
Off-play action. Here's Goff. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. The sack by Robert Quinn. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously, led to a very quick sack.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure...
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Quarterback on the ground.
Nickel blitz 1.
The next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. And he overshot him there.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories. Return middle, return left.
The NFC's Pro Bowl punter a year ago, Jack Fox, on to punt for the Lions. He'll kick it away after a 3 and out on the opening drive of the game. Here's Williams to
cross button.
Please block the ball.
Entering play call, coach suggestion, smash run, AHP stretch.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10.
Triangle button. Triangle button. Triangle button. Triangle button.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Romeo Okwara. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their second down call is going to look like now.
Entering play call, on plan, player, there are not, formation, there are, concept, option, run, quick pass, stick, quick slant.
Yeah, they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Triangle button. Triangle button.
Fields. And that nearly an interception.
Entering play call, stick barrier for quick slant, stick,
It's third.
X slant.
Well, as we get ready for third down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because
Cross button.
to throw the ball on second down, a running play was not in the works.
Circle button. Circle button.
Another passing down here on 3rd and long.
And he gets this only.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 12 options. Punter selected.
It's 4th down. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. Deep for Detroit, Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Back onto the field come the Lions for their 2nd overall drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
Entering play call, coach suggestion. Cover 1 hole.
Extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Spread.
They'll hand it off now. Williams. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Football, this is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Spread.
A shotgun snap for Goff. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 15 yards for the Lions there on a 1st down.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Entering play call, SS scrape free.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on forcing second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories. Nickel blitz. Cover 3 cloud. Nickel blitz.
2nd and 11. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. Williams loses the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
Entering play. Y shallow cross. Recent plays. Coach suggestion. Puntland. There. Player. There. David Munt. L. David Munt. Dave. Zone Fick. 24. MTNH. Zone split double. AHB zone WK.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
So that challenge, a successful one. So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Following the fumble recovery, Goff. And that is incomplete.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
And that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. On 4th down, Jack Fox on to punt for Detroit. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And the first drive, 3 and out. 2nd possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
Entering play call, David Montgomery. Zone Fick Jet. Zone Weak. Mesh. 24 zone. Sprint HD. 24 zone open.
They've kind of got to look at them, get a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. First carry to Montgomery. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. The numbers on the ground for Montgomery in last week's affair. 22 carries, 101 yards.
Well, this is where it becomes a
entering play call, David Zone Fick Jet. Player, Eric Darnell Mooney, David Munt, Alan Robb, Cole Kmet, Justin, Tarek Cohen, Tarek Fick Punt off, FD dive.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
R2 button.
Carry for Tarek Cohen. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be
entering play call, Tarek player, error, formation, error, concept, error, play type, error, option, RPO, special, RPO, red bubble. Option is set, RPO red bubble.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down.
Circle button. Circle button.
Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. Romeo Okwara able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Defensively, they were all over that. When he decided to keep it, there were a lot of eyes just darted on him.
I wonder if he followed the progressions properly there. I think maybe he really wanted to run with the football. Turned out not to be the correct decision.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 12 options. Punt is selected.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Here's St. Brown on the return. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Lions will take over. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon.
Entering play call. Coach, cover 2 man. Cover 1 LB spy.
Start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
And it'll be second down.
Cover 4 drop should you.
Definitely not been there
Inch up 0.
first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now Goff. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Malone Nichols in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
So now following the sack, Goff and the Lions needing to come up with something here on 3rd and long. 3rd and long. It's Goff. Open man is Quintez Cephas. Given 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short. And now it's 4th down.
And I believe that gain on 3rd and long changes things quite a bit, because this would be a very long field goal. I wouldn't be surprised to see him go for it here.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories. Return left. Return right. Return middle.
Here's Jack Fox now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This one angles out of bounds in a good spot in the coffin corner. And they're going to mark this out of the 5-yard line.
That's double win there, partner. You keep out of the return man's hands, and you pin him inside the 5-yard line. Pretty darn good.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't.
Entering play call. Coach suggestion. Some plan. There are 9 categories. Player. There are Justin. Derek Goen. Derek punt sweep. Punt up. FD dive.
5 or 6 first downs, and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. They'll start with a give to Coe.
Cross button.
He's got room to run past the 20.
Cross button.
Stiff arm. And he will take this into enemy territory as he's out of bounds on the other side of midfield. 47 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries of the ballgame. So that run there, yeah, I don't know if it's overstating things to call it a thing of beauty, but in terms of football plays, that's as good as you're going to see.
And the thing that stood out to me was his ability to continue through the initial contact. How many times do we see runners get slowed up and not get what they can on a run?
Entering play call. Player. There are Justin. Derek Goen. Alshon Jeff. Darnell Mooney. Darnell Mooney. Commissarich. Jet Sweep. Podgy Curl. Player. Alshon Jeffrey. Alshon. Podjailed. Flanker drive.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
R1 button.
Shotgun.
Cross button. R1 button. R1 button. Square button.
Too low. Allen.
Entering play call. Alshon Jeffrey. Go ahead, cannot. Player. There are 9 cat. Darnell Mooney. David Montgomery.
Throwing lanes.
David Zone Thick Jet. 24 zone open.
Fall back on.
Sprint H. MTN counter. AHP stretch. AHP inside zone.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. A give. This is
button.
And despite the good footwork, he'll be hit and drop shot.
Entering play call, David Montgomery, zone fit jet.
Be left staring
Player,
at third and 8.
Darnell Mooney, Alshon Jeffrey, Derek Cohen,
Keeping their eyes in the right.
Alshon Jeffrey, Darnell Mooney, David Montgomery, play, Darnell Mooney, Darnell, corner stops.
And get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that
Cross
one out
button.
and made a really nice play.
Square button, R1 button, cross button, R2 button.
Caught by Robinson. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Fields to the veteran Robinson for the Chicago first.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
Entering play call, player, Aaron, Alshon Jeffrey, Darnell, David Mott, Allen Robbins, Cole Kmet, Justin Field, Derek Cohen, Pop, FD dive.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. On the handoff, it's
R2 button.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2.
Entering play call, Derek Cohen, you have 5 options. Player, RR9, Alshon Jeffrey, Darnell Moon, David Montgomery, Zone 6, AHD stretch, MTN 8, Zone split W, AHD zone WK, Pass print HD, AHD stretch, AHD blunt dive.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Back to the ground. Montgomery. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first.
Entering play call, player, Darnell Mooney, Alshon Jeffrey, Darnell Mooney, quick fade, and around leg, stick, spacing, stick. Circle button. Square button. Circle button.
Now Montgomery running right through him. A gain of 3 last play this time.
Entering play call, Darnell Mooney. You have 82 options. Player, there are 9 category. Alshon Jeffrey, Darnell Mooney, David Montgomery, Allen Robbins, Cole Kmet, Justin Fields. Justin, shovel option, red option, shovel option.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Fields going to keep it running right. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Well, they've had success on the ground on this drive, and that makes a defense more likely to overcommit to stop the run as they did on that play. But keep in mind, it makes them susceptible to play-action passes as well.
Entering play call, Justin Fields. You have player, there, Cole Kmet. Jet sweep, T-drive, pass slide Y screen.
So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive.
R1 button. Cross button.
Throw is
triangle button.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. Detroit was up for the challenge through the air. They force a 4th down.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line,
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 15 options. Field goal 35 yards is selected.
It's offline. He hooked it. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. So an empty possession there. What do you think went wrong, Charles?
Well, it looked like maybe the plant leg might have given way just a little. And when that happens, guys have a tendency to pull through the ball to compensate. And in doing so, sent this one off target.
Detroit's offense ready to take over. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are over Storm Braves.
Get them some space and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play. So now 3rd down coming up.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football. But that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories. Safety strong free. Nickel blitz free.
The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. From the gun, here's Goff. He's airing it out for Williams. And this is incomplete.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
But he could not pull it in. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away.
Cross button.
Runs through the count.
Button.
7 yards on the return after a punt of 39. And the Bears take over. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
Entering play call. Slot fade. On plan. There are 9 categories. Player. There are Allen Robinson, Cole Kmet, Justin Field, Tarek Stone, FD dive, Thick punt off, FD dive.
They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
They'll start things on first
button.
And he'll push this forward only to about the 42.
Entering play call. Tarek Stone. Player. There are formation. There are concept. There are medium pass. Coach on plan. Player. There are formation. There are concept. There are medium pass. Keep pass. Medium. Keep pass. Verticals. 4 verticals.
Stack things up and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Circle button. Triangle button. Circle button. R1 button.
Gonna float this one deep right side.
Square button.
Touchdown! Darnell Mooney. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears on just 2 plays have taken the lead. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You can see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And boy, it was pretty.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. We have 15 options. Empty selected.
And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2.
Entering play call, special teams, you have 6 options, kickoff left is selected.
After the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And Detroit back in possession of the football. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
We'll put them in some tough spots, but what's the old adage?
Mike's grapefruit press.
Gives you a better chance to do it right.
Goff on first down. He's airing it out for Williams. And that will be incomplete.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen 1 touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Goff. And he fires one that's intercepted. Quick drop to Johnson. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week and now another here in this first quarter.
Sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and he can't do it all on 1 throw.
The Chicago offense set to get started. It's a quick turnaround for them after the turnover, but the way they moved it on their last drive, they're probably eager to get right back at it.
And you know me and you know my tendencies in this situation. What do I want right now?
Entering play, plan. There are 9 player. There are Justin Field, Tarek Cohen, Tarek FB dive.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the give, this is
button.
And a short gain down to about the 33.
Entering play call, Tarek Cohen. You have 5 player. Formation. There are 9. Hail Mary. Special team. Single back. I form. Weak. Done. Goal line. Concept. Play action pass. Do. There. Do. Pass print HD flat.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Circle button.
Now it's Fields off the bootleg.
Triangle button. Triangle button.
That's complete right side to Komet.
Now 3rd down is...
Entering play call. There are 2 categories. You have 7 options. Concept. There are 9. Play type. There are 9. Special. RPO.
Muscle is way open.
Personnel. There are 3 RB bar 2 P bar 0 W. Coach suggest. Gun plan. There are 9 categories. Throw it. Coach. Gun plan. There are player. Justin. Tarek Cohen. Tarek. FD dive.
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7.
Cross button.
They run.
Button.
And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 15 options. Field goal 45 yards is selected.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Back in Chicago, ready for the 2nd quarter. It's the Bears in position.
Entering play call, Gunclan, there are 9 category. Player, there are Justin Field, Tarek Cohen, Cole Kmet, Allen Robinson, AHB. Stick, bench, stick.
Pass up a field goal attempt. It would have been a 45-yarder. Now they'll go for it on 4th.
Square button.
Snap it.
Triangle button.
Now this will be caught by Mooney. And he's brought down, but not before picking up the first with a very effective stiff arm. And the drive stays in motion.
Entering play call, Allen Robinson, we have 66. Player, there are David Montgomery.
The offense can breathe.
David Montgomery. AHB stretch. MTN AHB plunge. Zone split W. AHB zone WK. Sprint HB. AHB stretch.
Those guys found a way to pick it up.
Cross button.
First down, here's the
button.
Montgomery. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Entering play call, David Montgomery. You have 66 options. Zone player, there are 9. Cornell Mooney. Formation, there. Concept, there. Play type, there are. Personnel, there are. 2 RB bar 3 P bar 0 W. 1 RB bar 2 P bar 2 WR. Deuce glow, bench. AHB zone double, bench.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. And off comes to Montgomery. Great move by Montgomery. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Entering play call, deuce close. Personnel, there. 2 RB bar 3 T bar 0 W. 2 RB bar 1 T bar 2 W. 2 RB bar 2 T bar 1 W. 3 RB bar 2 T bar 0 W. Special team, 1 RB bar 1 T bar 3 W. Tight white, bench switch.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Cross cutting.
On the carry, it's Montgomery.
Buttons.
In, touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery, his 6th touchdown of the season as the Bears push further out in front. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 15 options. That attempt is selected.
At the end of the season after a big year, the consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Santos with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it was David Montgomery's touchdown run that polished it all off.
Entering play call, special teams. You have 6 options. Kickoff left is selected.
After the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
A short kick taken at the 18. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Getting set to go again here on offense, Jared Goff trots back onto the field. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to balance that off with at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. Overstorm break.
Guideline, right? Ball's gone. You get 1 step. If you're within 1 step of the quarterback, you can hit him as long as it's still done legally. But anything outside of that, looks like an extra step was involved.
Following the penalty, it's Williams. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
And the big fella stuffed that one.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Goff now looks to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Tyrell Williams, his first touchdown on the year. And the Lions strike quickly here for 6 points.
When you think of guys that are built to be big-arm quarterbacks, Jared Goff, he fits that mold, and he showed it off right there.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the...
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
One turned into a long touchdown.
And that ball traveling 68 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats.
Austin Seibert on for the extra point. And that one makes it 14-7. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time.
Entering play call, special teams. You have 6 options. Return left is selected. Return middle.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away.
R2 button.
Zone, here comes Williams. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. David Montgomery ready to take the field for the Bears' next possession.
First month of the season, those numbers pretty solid. Does he continue that?
I think so, because...
Entering play call, punt plan. There are 9 player. There are Darnell Mooney, David Montgomery, David zone fake jet, 24 zone open.
Actually called him in and said, look, you're our guy, okay? We're going to continue to stick with this as long as we're winning games. You ready for the challenge? And then they presented it to the rest of the team. I think we'll see
R2 button.
as the season moves on.
And I'm sure he said challenge accepted. And not
entering play call, David Montgomery. You have 66 options. Player. There are 9. Formation. There are concept. There are 9 category. Play type. There are 9. Special. Pass. Run. Pass.
They won their
Quick
battles
pass.
at the line
Quick
of
fake.
scrimmage. Left him no
Slants.
space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
the run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Circle button. Triangle button.
Play action. It's field.
Cross button. Triangle button.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Picked by Tracy Walker. And the return will stop right around the 25. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point. His first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid. The reason that they drafted him and go out and play.
Getting set to go again here on offense, Jared Goff trots back onto the field. He's had a solid start to this game.
Entering play call, coach suggestions, there, cover 1 LB blitz.
The ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get them back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out on
and he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Jamal Williams, his first touchdown on the year. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. CD for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just
entering play call, coach suggestions, there are 7 categories.
Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better, and I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and we are tied here in the second quarter. Well, they got the ball in great field position.
Entering play call, special teams, you have 6 options. Return left is selected.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
R2 button.
Zone, here comes Williams. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback.
The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before.
Entering play call, play call. Play type, there are personnel, there are favorites, there are recent plays, coach suggests, fun plan, there are player, Darnell Mooney, David Montgomery, MTNA, zone split WK, AHB zone WK.
They'll start on the
cross button.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29.
Entering play call, David Montgomery. Player, there are formation, concept, there are not play type, there are personnel, there 2 RB bar 3 key bar 0 W, 1 RB bar 2 key bar 2 WR, 1 RB bar 3 key bar 1 WR, 1 RB bar 1 key bar 3 WR, tight Y, bench switch, AHD zone WK, bench switch.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
51 Push him back.
On the ground, it's Montgomery.
R2 button.
Gets through and now.
R2 button.
And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line.
64 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
This is a little bit like baseball here. Strong up the middle. Both sides want to be that. In this case, the offense ended up winning the ultimate battle.
And those big runs between the tackles, that's a little deflating for a defense, isn't it?
It really is, because that's where your strength's supposed to be. You're supposed to be in a spot where they can't make that yardage there. You're supposed to send them outside. Not in this case.
Entering play call, tight Y off, there are 12, jet sweep, a post dig.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47.
Cross button.
Now a run with Montgomery.
R2 button.
Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of...
Entering play call, tight AHD zone WK. Personnel, there are 9 categories. There are 21 subcategories. Option is set to tight Y off 9. 1 RB bar 3 key bar 1 WR. 1 RB bar 1 T bar 3 WR. Tight Y, AHD zone, paw boot slide. Jet sweep, paw boot slide.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They run. Montgomery.
R2 button.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Yeah, once more, strong running. Excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Entering play call. Personnel, there. Favorites, there are 9. Recent plays, there. Coach suggestion. Gun plan, there are 9 category. Player, Darnell Mooney. Darnell, Commissary, Jet Sweep, Podgeek Curl, Stick, Podgeek Curl.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A play fake, now Fields to throw.
Circle button. Circle button.
That one fly for Robinson.
Cross button.
It's incomplete. Took a shot.
Entering play call. Darnell Mooney. You have a player. There. Alshon Jeffrey.
Pleased by that.
Darnell. David Montgomery.
Catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help.
Darnell Mooney. Allen Robinson. Joel Komet.
Unsuccessful.
Justin Fields. Tarek Cohen. Tarek Pop. FD dive.
2nd and 10.
This is
R1 button.
And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of...
Entering play call. Tarek Cohen. You have 5 option. Player. There are formation. There are concept. There are play type. There are 9. Run.
Just had against
Option. RPO. Special. Pass. Standard. T attack. Mesh. T drive. Bench.
Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down.
Circle button. Square button.
Throw.
R1 button. Cross button. Cross button.
I think that one might have been intercepted.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 15 options. Field goal 50 yards is selected.
It's a 4th down.
Gun plan. There are player. There are 9. Formation. Concept. There are play type. There. Run. Option. RPO. Special. Pass. Standard. T attack. T attack. Mesh spot. Z spot.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more.
Cross button.
Here's Fields.
Square button. Circle button. R1 button.
This go.
Triangle button.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Lions will take over. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time?
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They've got momentum on their side. They were once down 14-0. Now it's even at 14 as they look to put together a drive to get them the lead. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 44 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
Entering play call. Cover 4 drop show 2.
Now Goff on 1st down.
And this one taken in by Cephas.
And the ball is knocked out.
Button.
By the Bears. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
The Bears offense out there set and ready to go.
And this offense...
Entering play call. Play call.
They're lucky, though.
Play type. Personnel. There are favorites. There are 9 categories. Personnel. 1 RB bar 3 T bar 1 W. 1 RB bar 1 T bar 3 W. Type 1. Bench switch.
That allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
R2 button.
Things a little bit wrong, and maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
And good job of just fighting through one tackle there to pick up about 3. Second down coming up.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're
Entering play call. Personnel. Favorites. There are recent play. Coach suggest. Plan. Player. There are formation. Concept. There. Screen pass. Run. Option. Quick pass. Medium. Deep pass. Verticals.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Circle button. Triangle button.
Fields.
Triangle button.
Gonna let one fly for Robinson.
Square button.
And he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown Bears. Allen Robinson. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears have taken the lead. Little loft on that touchdown pass and sort of dropped it in the breadbasket perfectly.
Right in the bucket, and when you're coming out of college and you're a rookie in the NFL, sometimes you forget about the different types of throws you have to make. You just
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 15 options. Add event is selected.
receiver was going to get it, and no one else. That was pretty.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play.
Entering play call. Special teams. You have 6 options. Kickoff left is selected.
After the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
The other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. They begin the drive with Williams. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Big Eddie Goldman there on the tackle.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Williams going to get it again on 2nd down. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness. He's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
On 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Goff now looking to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Detroit.
Quintez Cephas.
77 yards. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today,
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
So far, and fun to watch. Seibert on for the PAT. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And the end result, a Detroit touchdown.
Entering play call, special teams. You have 6 options. Return left is selected.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
R2 button.
Zone, here comes Williams. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback.
Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency.
Entering play call, coach suggests Punter. There are player. There are not. Justin Fields. Tarek going. Tarek. Pocket slide. FB dive.
What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is making sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late.
74 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around.
Entering play call, Tarek going. You have 5 player. There are Justin Fields, Tarek, Alshon Jeffrey, Darnell Mooney, David Montgomery, Dave, Zone, AHD, MTN8, Zone split up, 24 zone open.
There's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Montgomery.
R2 button.
And he'll get this up only to about the 33.
Entering play call, David Montgomery. You have 66 options. Zone read is selected.
Defensive coordinators love to blitz. It reeks
Player. There are Darnell Mooney.
attention.
Coach on plan. There are player. There are 9. Formate. Concept. There. Play action. Screen pass. Run. Option. Quick pass. Quick slant.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Circle button. R1 button. R2 button.
Complete to his tight end, Komet. And he will have the Bears first down as they get 5 there on 3rd and 2. Fields to Komet there for a Chicago first.
That was a route run, not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Entering play concept. Play type. There are personnel. 1 RB bar 3 T bar 1 W. 1 RB bar 1 T bar 3 W. Tight white. Bench switch. AHB zone W. Bench switch.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Cross button.
Gonna give this time to
R2 button.
Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
Entering play call, tight while off. Personnel, there are favorites, there are recent play, coach suggestion, on plan, there are player, there are Darnell Mooney, David Montgomery, Allen Robinson, David MTNA, AHD stretch.
Here's 2nd and a yard.
Mike 50, Mike 50. You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Now a handoff here.
Cross cutting.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
Entering play call. Player. There are 9 formation. Concept. There are medium pass. Deep pass. Verticals.
Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion.
Triangle button. Triangle button. Triangle button.
He'll let this go for the end zone.
Square button.
Yeah, this one almost intercepted.
Entering play call. Verticals. Parallel cat. Concept. Play action pass. Screen pass.
Certainly had a good game
Run.
for the ball so far.
Option.
He was trying to
Quick
take
pass.
that from good
Stick
to
to
great
quick
with
slant.
that throw. Trying to get one downfield.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Triangle button. Square button.
Fields.
Cross button.
That's complete to Mooney.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
They decided to run a hitch route. It really helped out. A guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Entering play call. Concept. There. Play type. There are personnel. There. 1 RB bar 3 T bar 1 W. 1 RB bar 1 T bar 3 W. Tight Y. Bench switch.
7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Montgomery back.
Button.
And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 18 options. Field goal 54 yards is selected.
All the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 30 options. Gun plan. There are player. There are 9. Darnell Moon. David Montgomery. Allen Robbins. David Montgomery. Dave. Zone 24. MTN. 24 zone open.
This would have been a 54-yard boot had they tried a field goal, but they will not try a field goal. They're going for it. Running for it, Montgomery. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 30.
Entering play call. David Montgomery. Player. There are 9 categories. Darnell Mooney. Alshon Jeffrey.
Convert on 4th down. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game.
Entering play call. Player. There are 9. Darnell Mooney. Darnell. Corner stops.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman.
Square button.
He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress.
Triangle button.
NFL.
Cross button.
Multitasker in the business. The coach.
They'll run
R1 button.
down. It's Montgomery. 5 yards on the carry. Good.
Entering play call. Darnell Mooney. Player. There are 9. Formation. There are high form. Weak.
The century
Gun.
mark yardage.
Goal line.
2nd quarter.
Hail Mary. Special team. Hail Mary. Hail Mary. Goal post. Hail Mary. Goal post.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Triangle button. Triangle button.
There goes a deep ball. End zone.
Triangle button.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had it and dropped it. That is an unforced error there, and it takes
Entering play call. Formation. There are special teams. Single back. High form. Weak.
You already probably
Gun.
have 3 points in your hip pocket.
Coach suggests on plan. There are 9 categories. Player. There are 9. Alshon Jeffrey. Alshon. Jail breaks. Flanker drive.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
Circle button. Square button. R1 button. Cross button.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 15 options. Field goal 48 yards is selected. Gun plan, player, there are 9. Formation, concept, there are 9. Play type, run. Option, RPO, special, pass. Shotgun, slant stick.
And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
Circle button. Circle button. Circle button. Circle button.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. Another shot now for this Lions offense. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like...
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories. Wilbur free press.
Watching this type of a game, but let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Now a 1st down throw. Goff.
This one swung out to Williams.
And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Football, he's going to have a 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good, and it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
And off the deflection, it's caught. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. So now we have Jackson slow to get back on his feet. Appears to be shaken up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories. Cover 1 contain. 3 Samuel blitz.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Goff.
He gets this complete to Cephas.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
With a little under a minute to go in this 1st half. Back to throw. Goff. And that is incomplete.
The frustration evident there because he couldn't find anyone on 3rd down, and he left no doubt that he was throwing that one away.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
The Bears going to take over now late in this 1st half. And they've got just under 50 seconds, so time enough to try to work their way downfield if they so choose.
Entering play call, shotgun. Play type, there are personnel, there are 2 RB bar 3 T bar 0 WR, 1 RB bar 2 T bar 2 WR, 2 RB bar 1 T bar 2 WR, coach sig, curl combo, AHB mid draw. Circle button, circle button, R1 button.
That's complete. It's Daz Newsome. And pass.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 9 punt plan. There are player. There are 9 category. Formation. There are concept. Medium pass. Deep pass. Verticals.
See there.
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Triangle button. Circle button. Circle button. Cross button.
Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes.
Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go.
Entering play. Verticals.
They come up on second and long, and the pass protection just has not been there.
R1 button. Cross button. Triangle button.
Try after the
Square button.
sack.
Fields. They're firing it
Square button.
for Komet.
And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on it. His teammates going to check on it because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Goff. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
The clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
On first down, it's gone. He'll take a shot for the end zone.
And this is dropped. Oh,
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
This secondary has been roasted in this first half, and they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's Goff. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone.
and this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, here's Goff.
He's going to get that to Swift underneath.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. We'll take a minute to catch our breath as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, let's take a look around the NFL here on this first Sunday of October. We'll begin up at U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. And it's the Browns who have the lead in the second quarter. Baker Mayfield with a couple of touchdown passes. From there, we head over to MetLife Stadium to check in on the Jets. And they trail in that ball game to the visiting Tennessee Titans. Dez Fitzpatrick, a touchdown reception. Finally, let's get to Philadelphia. Check on the Eagles at home at Lincoln Financial Field. And they trail the visiting Chiefs in that one. Patrick Mahomes killing it. 3 touchdown passes. Time now for a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Lions, and they were able to find some success running the football, which is something they'll need to continue to do in a close game like this one. Meanwhile, for the Bears, by comparison, they've been the better of these two sides in the rushing department, as you see the numbers there. With
entering Gunplan adjustments screen, run inside is selected.
They'll need to be doing a whole
run
lot
outside.
But the defenses are definitely in need of some adjusting. And for the call of the second half, let's go back out to Brandon and Charles.
Defend outside run. Entering play call. Onside recover. Return left. Return middle.
And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. Now Damian Williams to return it.
Cross button.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Bears offense set to go to begin the third quarter. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things.
Entering play call. Play call.
No need to
Concept. Error. Play action. Screen pass. Run. Screen pass. Wobbles. RPO red bubble. RPO red bubble. RPO zone. RPO zone. RPO. Run. Inside. AHP inside zone.
Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now, hotly contested in the third quarter.
Cross button. Cross button.
Third
R1 button.
Run from Montgomery. And for one of the few times here today.
Entering play call. Inside zone. There are 11 concept. There option. Quick pass.
They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look,
R1 button.
many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more
Triangle button.
You get
cross button. R2 button.
Open down the middle of the field. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a first down, his fourth catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
It's almost not fair when you talk about Allen Robinson to talk about how dependable he is, but that's a great word for him. Last year, first time he's gone over 100 receptions in his career, and he makes a nice catch there for a first down.
Entering play call. Concept. There. Play type. Error. Run. Option. RPO. Special. Specialty. Play. Pass. Quick fade. Triangle button. Cross button. R1 button. R1 button.
He's going to float this one deep right side.
Square button.
Oh, Mooney, what a catch.
R2 button.
Touchdown, Chicago. Darnell Mooney with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Bears have broken the tie.
Well, CD, when you combine accuracy with a big arm, you get throws like that. And Justin Fields may very well be making these kinds of plays at the pro level for years to come.
And I'm telling you, nothing will light up a crowd more than a play like that. Here in the stadium, all eyes were on the
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 15 options. Pad attempt is selected.
And the PAT. And this is no good. It's a missed extra point. Boy, in a tight game, how important might that be?
Entering play call. Special teams. You have 6 options. Kickoff left is selected.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss.
This is taken just shy of the 10.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the open.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
One big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Gone. Throw left side complete. That's Williams. His second catch. This one not quite as dynamic as his first. And it's 2nd down.
But there wasn't much.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
You really don't have an alternate to go to. You don't have a second route to throw it to. So sometimes you have to rifle in there and hope for the best.
On 2nd down, Swift. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And Williams is going to be stopped short of the yellow line. He did not get there. No gain on the play there. Nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Entering play plan. Formation. There are 7 concept. There. Cover 1, cover 3, zone blitz 2, play type. There are blitz, zone coverage, man coverage, favorites. There are 7 categories. Recent plays. There are 7 categories. You have 9 options. Cover 2 hard flat is selected.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away.
Triangle button.
Call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And out will come the offense as they take over. So here are the Bears to take over on offense. They fell last week to Cleveland, but they're on top here as they start this drive 1st and 10.
Entering play call, punt plan. There are 9 player. There are 9. Tarek Cohen, Elshin Jet, Tarek Cohen, Tarek, fake punt, fake punt off, fake punt sweep, pocket slide, fake punt sweep, fake punt off, FD dive.
They begin the drive
button.
with Cohen. Give him a couple on the carry there.
Entering play call, Tarek Cohen. You have 5 options. Player. There are 9 categories. Formation. There are 9. Hail Mary. Special teams. Single back. I form. Weak. Gun. Wing slot. Red option. Power O. Pocket sweep. Zone fake jet. Mesh spot.
2nd down and 8. On the
cross button.
Fields. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken.
Entering play call, wing slot offset. There are 8. Formation. There are goal line. Hail Mary.
There really weren't too many options.
Coach suggests punt plan. There are 9 categories. Player. There are 9 categories. Coach suggests punt plan. Player. There are 9. Formation. There are 9. Concept. Medium pass. Quick pass. Stick. There. Stick. Stick. X slant.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down.
Circle button.
Field.
Circle button.
Open man is Komet, the tight end. And this will not get close to the 1st down marker as he's brought down at the 26. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Well, the coverage was tight that time. They allowed the pass underneath to him, but they rallied to him pretty fast too. Converged on him and got him down. That'll bring up 4th down.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 12 options. Punt is selected.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Chicago. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Offense ready to kick off their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
You might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Second and 2. To throw is gone. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Entering play call, DBL safety blitz.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Here's Goff. And his pass incomplete.
Just nowhere to go with the football. He was forced to put that one into Lake Michigan. I think his receivers have to do a better job of working free because he didn't have anywhere to go at all on that play.
Foxfire zone press.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Again, Goff. And he takes a shot on the release.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
And it's 3rd down.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was staying in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
And that's out to the flat for Swift. And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the first. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 return middle, return left, return left.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
Entering play call, punt plan. There are 9 category. Player, there are Tarek Cohen. You have 5 options. Pop slide is selected.
What you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
Triangle button.
A play fake now.
R1 button.
Throw.
R1 button. Circle button. Cross button.
And this will be incomplete.
Entering play call. Derek Go. You have player. Error. Justin Fields. Goal commit.
And I've got to tell
Coach
you,
subject. Unplanned. Player. There are 9 categories. Formation. There are 9. Concept. There are medium pass.
as well, think I
Smash.
need to be
There
there
are
right
corner stops.
Instead, in this
Bench.
case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
So after the incompletion, second and
Circle button.
22.
Square button.
Throw is
Circle
fielded.
button. R1 button. Cross button.
And, oh, he's unable to hold on.
Entering play call. Smash. There are 13 category. Concept. There are keep pass.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some
Verticals.
They
There
forced some
verticals.
completions on first and
4
second,
verticals.
third and 10. That brings up the
4
big
verticals.
Do they bring pressure?
4 verticals.
Coverage on this down.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a
Circle
third
button.
and 10.
Square button.
Fields.
Cross button. Triangle button.
He's going to float this one deep right side.
Triangle button.
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest with a guy with that.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 12 options. Punt is selected.
On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Chicago. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. Just 21 yards on the punt there. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. So here come the Lions now. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
This close, you got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They'll try to get this running game going with Williams. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be...
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
5 yards remain on 2nd down. They go back to the ground, this time Swift.
Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories. Number 1 contain.
Scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 3rd down, here's Williams. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 1st down Lions on a pickup of 13. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
They'll try the air now with Goff. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Williams. And they'll get this down to the 10. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
And the Lions took a flyer on Williams, who played 4 years with the Chargers and 2 more with the Raiders. Missed all of 2020 with a shoulder injury. Trying to get back in form. Grabs one there for a 1st down.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7. Pinch mic 0.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7. Nickel blitz.
Pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
Cover 3 cloud.
Stop troops right there.
Cover 6 inver.
I get a little bolder now.
Cover 3
They
cloud.
won the first battle. Keep coming after him. Put the pressure on him.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line. Goff now looking to throw. Toward the left sideline, but it's in.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7. Catch over storm brave.
Once he saw the danger over there, he just threw that one over everyone's head. Smart play.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, Goff. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
To excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Safe man right. Load block left.
Seibert's kick is good. And that will bring the deficit back down to 3. So give them 3 on that drive. You know, normally you'd say, we'll take it. But the way points have been flying around.
Entering play call, special teams. You have 6 options. Return left is selected.
Because as you pointed out, the way touchdowns have been scored, does kicking a field goal actually put you at a disadvantage the rest of the way?
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. Williams to return.
R2 button.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped it to 23-yard line. But now the Bears coming out as they get ready. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency.
Entering play call, coach suggests punt plan. There are player. There are Justin Fields, Tarek Cohen, Tarek kick punt, Boots, FD dive.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. They'll start with a
cross button.
And he'll get this one up to the 26. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Look, all any running back wants.
Entering play call, player. There are 9 cat formation, concept. There play type. There are personnel. 2 RB bar 1 T bar 2 W. 2 RB bar 3 T bar 0 W. 2 RB bar 2 T bar 1 W. 3 RB bar 2 T bar 0 W. Special team. 1 RB bar 1 T bar 3 W. Tight Y. Bench switch. AHB zone W. Bench switch.
Coming up on 2nd and 7.
Back to you. I'm going back to you. 51 to mine. 50.
Back to the
R2
ground.
button.
Montgomery. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A yard in the wrong direction. Makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Entering play call. Personnel. There are 1 RB bar 3, 1 RB bar 2 P bar 2. Favorites. There are 9. Recent play. Coach suggest. Punt plan. Player. There are 9. Formation. There. Concept. Play action pass. Screen pass. Run. Option. Quick pass. Stick. There are 4 categories. You have 16 options. Y stick is selected.
It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Entering jet sweep. Personnel. 1 RB bar 3. Favorites. There are 9. Personnel. There. Play type. There. Run. Option. RPO. Special. Pass. Quick fade. Y stick. Cross button.
Here we go. 51.
Cross button. R1 button.
He's going to float this one deep right.
Cross button.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And that goes as a gain of 37 on third down.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Entering play call, quick pass, play type. There are 9 categories. Run. Option, RPO, special, pass, run, pass, quick fade, stick, double slant, quick slant, double slants.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Triangle button, square button, cross button.
Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. Levi Onwuzurike in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career. And keep in mind, in addition to the 2 sacks that he now has, CD, he's also had a couple of quarterback hurries. He's been very disruptive.
To put it mildly, and it reminds me of the time I asked an offensive tackle who struggled like this in a game. He said he was telling the coach, hey,
entering play with fade.
This guy's just eating me alive. And the coach finally just looked at him and said, applaud.
Square button.
Sack here, 2nd and 14.
R1 button. R1 button.
Down sack. Fields. And he's up.
Entering play call. Quick pass. There are 6 categories. You have 16 options. Y stick is selected. Play type. There are 9. Personnel. There are 9 categories. There are favorites. There are recent. Plan. There are player. There are formation. There are 9. Concept.
Who's going to get the next one?
Pass.
Becomes a challenge.
Verticals.
And they missed a golden opportunity.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Cross button. Circle button. Triangle button. Square button. Triangle button.
Deep ball for Jeffrey.
Cross button.
And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up 4th down.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 18 options. Field goal 59 yards is selected. Gun plan. There are player. There are 9 categories. Formation. There are 9 concept. There are play action. Screen. Run. Option. Quick pass. Lead. Quick pass. Quick slant.
The offense staying out there. They're at 50%, 2 for 4 thus far in the game. What can they do here on 4th down?
Circle button. Triangle button. R1 button. Cross button.
That's complete to Mooney. But they're going to wrap him up as he'll go down well short of a first. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Lions will take over. Well, you feel the excitement build on those 4th down plays. Defense has to stay out there, but for the offense, when that thing doesn't work out, such disappointment.
It can absolutely be a deflator, but how about the defensive guys? If they stop you on 4th down, they are absolutely elevated going to their bench.
They're elevated now. Big stop on 4th down. The Lions offense, they get ready to
entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Short field goal.
And the key
cover
phrase,
3 cloud.
Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
I'm feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well.
Hey, baby, this ain't good enough for us.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
But this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
Following the penalty, it's Williams. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Williams going to get it again on second down. And this one will go to the 28-yard line.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Guard there a bit on second and long, but now you still have to deal with third and long.
Yeah, you do, but you feel pretty good about the last play, don't you? And maybe it gives you a little bit of confidence dialing up the next one, and maybe your team will believe in it when you send it in.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the first. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his second catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up. Give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he's on here to punt it away.
Triangle button.
33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. David Montgomery ready to take the field for the Bears' next possession. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's
entering play call, concept, play type. There are 9 categories. Run, option, RPO, special, pass, run, option, RPO, special, pass,
even from the wide receiver.
Quick fade,
want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game.
Triangle button, circle button.
On the throw, led him too much that time.
Entering play call, quick pass, quick fade.
Right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty
play type, run.
He certainly
inside, zone kick jet, zone weak,
4-minute offense.
empty and HP plunge.
I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10. And off comes to Montgomery. Call it no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third.
Entering play call, inside handoff. Play type, there are 9 personnel, there are 9 categories, there are 2 sub. Play type, there are 9 option, RPO, special, pass, run, pass, quick, stick, slants. Circle button. Triangle button. Cross button.
Completes a Mooney on the slant. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Fields on target to Mooney. First down, Chicago.
Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Entering play call, quick pass, there. Play type, there are personnel, there. Favorites, there. Recent play, coach suggest, on plan, there. Player, there. Justin, Tarek Cohen, Tarek, Poggers, FD dive.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
Cross button.
On the
R2 button.
Cohen. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40.
Entering play call, Tarek Cohen. You have 5 options. Player, there. Formation, there are 9 cap. Hail Mary, special team. Hail Mary, coach suggests. On plan, there. Player, there. Formation, concept. Medium, deep pass. Verticals.
2nd and 9.
Cross button. R1 button. Triangle button. R1 button. Triangle button.
And he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
Entering play call. Verticals.
There. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And boy, they've really played
Circle
well
button.
football.
R1 button. Square button. Circle button. R1 button.
He's going to float this one deep right side.
Square button.
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing...
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 12 options. Punt is selected.
Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. And this will be down just inside the 30-yard line. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now at Soldier Field.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 3 Sam will blitz.
These 2 teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. They'll be dropped after a gain of
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Start for DeAndre Swift and his teammates with this brand new coaching staff. And they believe he can be a 3-down back. They want to get him in space against linebackers. 46 catches his rookie year. They expect that number to get into the 60s.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. A shotgun snap for Goff. And a quick throw here that's complete. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories. 3 Sam will blitz. Safety strong free. Cover 1 contain.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Now Goff on 1st down. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
And partner, to me, that one was...
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. From the gun, here's Goff. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Goff on target to Hockenson for a Lion 1st down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories. Cover 2 man.
So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 46. To the air again. Goff.
He's going to get that to Swift underneath.
It's a gain of 7.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Downfield first before
Cover 2 man.
Nice safety.
Cover 3 match.
In this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
To throw again on 2nd down. Goff got a man, and he hits him in stride.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
The tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Throwing again is Goff. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories. Cover 4 drop show 2.
On 2nd and 10, Goff. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Robert Quinn. That is one he will remember. It's sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
So they'll try to move the ball closer here on 3rd down. A field goal from this spot would be just inside of 60 yards, 59 to be exact. Under pressure, they got him again. Khalil Mack has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
You say Khalil Mack and offensive coordinators get very, very nervous, and there's another example of exactly why. 9 sacks in 2020. He's been named to 6 consecutive Pro Bowls and been an All-Pro in 2 of the previous 3 seasons in Chicago.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Here comes the Lions punter now, as he's on to kick it away. Here's Williams to
button.
So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards.
Let's go.
The Bears offense ready to get going again. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
Entering play call, coach suggestion. Punt plan. There are 9 player. There are Justin Field, Tarek Cohen, Alshon Jeffrey, Darnell Mooney, David Montgomery, AHD stretch.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. To Montgomery to begin the drive. Fighting through the tackle at the 30. And he'll get it up near the 35, right into 34 here.
That's where they warmed the hearts of all those old students.
Entering play call, David Montgomery, next player, Darnell Mooney, Alshon Jeffrey, David Montgomery, Allen Robbins, Cole Kmet, Justin Fields, Tarek Cohen, Tarek Pagboot slide, FD dive.
An ideal spot here to get a 1st down and try to run some more clock, and this is 2nd and less than a yard.
Cross button.
On the give.
Button.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of just a yard, but it's a 1st down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll
Entering play call, Tarek Cohen, you have Fudge, player, there are 9, Justin Fields,
scheme someone
Cole Kmet,
who will get to the
Kmet, Hawaii drag wheel, T-drive,
in a run blitz
T-seam,
to cover up
T-drive,
to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Circle button. Triangle button. R1 button. R1 button. R1 button. R1 button.
Well, that one drops down, incomplete.
Entering play call, Cole Kmet, who has 50, player, error, Allen Robinson II.
Even without a ton of pressure.
Allen Robinson, player, there are 9. Formation, there are I form. Single back. Wing pair, KHB dive alert smoke.
When he delivers the ball.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Triangle button. Square button.
A give. This is Montgomery. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
And this is why the head coach gets paid the big bucks. Look at where they are in this situation, partner. Do you throw the ball here in a long-distance situation? Do you run it again and trust your defense and make sure you take care of the ball and punt it away? What kind of options do you have here, and what do you trust more on your team?
Yeah, they may have just pushed him back into that throwing situation. We'll see.
Entering play call. Formation, there are I form. Weak. Coach on plan, there are player, there are 9. Formate. Concept. Play action. Screen pass. Run. Option. Quick pass. Stick. X slant. Stick. X slant. Cross button. Square button.
Field.
Cross button.
And this is going to be incomplete.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 12 options. Font is selected.
Because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And this will be touchdown across midfield at the 45-yard line. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories. Safety strong free.
6-7 yards
overload free.
And make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Oh, that's into a sea of
button.
It's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
I'm not sure I'm absolutely crazy about that play call there. I mean, it's only a 1-score game, so is it really time to go bombs away and try and make a big play? I think you can take some underneath stuff and still move it downfield.
David Montgomery ready to take the field for the Bears' next possession. And there are the numbers. Got off to that torrid hot start. We thought he was in for maybe a career day. Not the case.
No doubt about it. It almost looks like a misprint after what we saw in the first half. But credit to the guys.
KHB stretch.
They went in at halftime, made a few adjustments, and you know what else? They didn't lose their confidence in their ability to play. Because a lot of times you get
R1 button.
First half,
Square button.
In the second half, they've come out with a new
button
and a renewed determination.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
Well, so much for bluffing the defensive line into thinking that they were...
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. On plan. There are player. There are 9 categories. Formation. There are goal line. Hail. Special teams. Concept. Medium pass. Smash. Corner stops. R1 button. Square button. R1 button.
Down. Fields.
Square button.
This is caught by Robinson. And he'll be taken down. But
entering play call. Smash. There are 13 categories. You have 30 options. Bench is selected.
Put him over 100 yards receiving now.
Concept. There are kick pass. Medium. Kick pass. Verticals. R1 button. Triangle button. Square button. Square button.
Man open is Robinson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
These guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. they're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
Entering play call. Puck on backslash concept. Their play type. There are not personnel. Their favorites. Their recent play. Coach suggest gun plan. There are player. David Montgomery. Zone fix 24. MTN 24 zone open.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now Montgomery.
Button.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be
entering play call. David Montgomery. You have 66 options. Zone weak is selected. Player. There are 9. Darnell Mooney.
He's able to make a nice play there.
Coach suggestions. There are 9. Gun plan. There. Coach suggestion. Gun player. There are Darnell Mooney. David Montgomery. Alan Robb. Cole Kmet. Justin Tarek Cohen. Pop. FD dive.
2nd and 8 coming up.
Cross button.
Play action.
R1 button. Square button. R1 button.
He's going to be sacked. Back at the 23-yard line. Trey Flowers in there to record another sack, and that is now 6 on the afternoon for this defensive unit. I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line.
Entering play call. Derek Hunt sweep. Player. There are 9. Formation. Concept. Play action. Screen. Run. Option. Quick pass. Stick. Quick slant.
So now following the sack, Fields and the Bears looking at 3rd down and long.
Cross button. Cross button. Circle button.
Fields.
R2 button.
Matt, the tight end. And he is out of bounds.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 15 options. Field goal 32 yards is selected.
So you got to think if you're on the defensive side of the ball, you're pretty happy with what you just accomplished there.
Yeah, guy, like you said, got him out of bounds, stopped the clock, kept him short of the marker. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Maybe an important 4th quarter miss as this stays a 3-point game.
Yeah, now overtime is very much in the equation here. Just what you mentioned, a 3-point game. They get a drive, put it through the posts. We could have some free football, couldn't we?
Getting set to go again here on offense. Jared Goff trots back onto the field. And the interception that ended their previous...
Entering play call. Coach PGL safety blitz.
This game.
Hey, partner, guess what? There's still time for a few more turning points in this ball game. They're only 1 score down.
Yeah, true. We could have some twists and turns. Stay tuned. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Hit as he throws there.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Goff. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 14.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Game long, that throw no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Goff. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked.
Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Another try after the first down sack. Goff.
They'll try and set up the screen to Swift.
And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Goff. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of. And, in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of. Trying to engineer a 4th quarter comeback, and he hits a big one right there.
Entering play call, coach suggest. 1 Sam SS blitz.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Here's Goff. Incomplete.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
To build on and maybe turn the tide.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Goff throwing again.
That's complete to Swift out of the backfield.
And he'll go down at the 20.
Entering play call, coach suggestion. Hook slant free.
With 3rd and 9 looming.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. It's Desmond Trufant. Agreed, that's twice now in this 4th quarter.
As a quarterback, a lot of times you think it's all on you to make plays when you're losing. And here, the play's not there, but he throws it anyway.
Back out onto the field comes Allen Robinson. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
Entering play, cash corners.
In their defense, in other places.
On plan, there are 9 player. There are Justin Field, Derek Cohn, Hubbard slide, FD dive.
Opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. And he stopped right at the 20.
Entering play call, Derek Cohn. You have 5 player. There are Justin Fields.
Got to figure now. That turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep.
Formation. There are 9. Hail Mary.
Covering the football.
Concept. Medium pass. Cheap pass. Quick pass. Stick. Quick slant.
Offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Circle button. Circle button. Cross button. Cross button.
Down. Fields.
R2 button.
By Newsom. And he's brought down, getting this one up.
Entering play call. Stick. There are 4 categories. You have 16 options. Y stick is selected. Concept. There are medium pass. Quick pass. Stick. There are quick slant.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th.
Entering play. Quick slant.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good.
Circle button.
1st and 10.
Square button.
Now to throw.
Circle button.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning, threw 20.
Entering play call. Cover 2 man.
How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Now Goff. And that would going to be off target and incomplete.
Entering play call. Cover 6.
And that'll
Cover 3 match.
So now you're in range to tie things with a field goal, but they still have plenty of time to work for a game winner, and they're trying to do so. Nice job defensively to force incompletion there.
Now a nice throw here, right side. He hauls it in. And
Entering play call. Cover 3 Sky.
Goff now to throw. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. Oh, he was hit as he...
Entering play call. Coach suggest. COG 1 QB contain. Pinch up 0.
Stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Goff. And his throw here's in.
Entering play call. Coach cover 1 contain. Safety strong 3.
3rd and long.
10 to 2.
Defensively, you pressure the quarterback or drape all over the passing lane?
Yes, that's exactly what you do. It's both because they're not mutually exclusive. They may have been at one time in football, but not anymore. You want...
Oh, no, he lost the football. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster. Fortunate to get that football back because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points, but the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Seibert able to knock this one through. And that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So a big kick to get this back to even. Yet now the worry is, did you leave too much time?
Entering play call. Special teams. You have 6 options. Return left is selected.
So now as a defense, you've got to think to yourself, you can't play prevent defense and just give up big chunks of yardage in front of you. But you also can't let anyone behind you sit right on the line between the two. Play the best defense you can and not make it easy for them to move the ball downfield.
Now we get a peek at the captain of this offense heading back out there. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah,
Entering play call. Play call. Concept. Play type. There are 9. Run. Option. RPO. Special. Pass. Quick pass. There are 6 categories. You have 16 options. Y stick is selected.
Big thanks to the defense.
Triangle button. Square button. Triangle button.
To throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Aleem McNeil in there with pressure yet again. That is the 7th time that they have dropped him here.
Entering play call. Quick pass. There are 6 categories. Quick fade. Y stick.
2nd and 14.
R1 button.
Another
R1 button.
First down sack. Fields. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down.
Entering play call. Quick play type. There. Run. Option. RPO. Special. Pass. Run. Pass. Quick fade. Stick. Slants. Cross button. Triangle button. Triangle button.
He's got Mooney, and he is going to be brought down. And now making matters more dire, this is going to be 4th down.
They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
Get out of there, man.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 12 options. Punt is selected.
All even and to overtime we go.
How much fun is this for everyone who's watching the game? How much fun is it for us to see this one get an extra period to get settled?
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving
entering play call, return middle, return left,
and they score, the game is over at that point.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. On the return, Williams.
Cross button.
And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting.
Entering play call, quick fade.
Downfield, scoring a touchdown.
Play type, there are 9. Personnel, their favorites, their recent coach suggest. Punt plan, their player, their Justin Field, Tarek Cohen.
The ones who are doing it best know they need to
FB dive.
Put the ball in the end zone and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. They'll start first with Tarek Cohen. And he is swallowed up right at
entering play call, Tarek Cohen, player, Justin Fields.
I think what we just it was linebacking speed.
Allen Robinson, Allen Robinson, AHP dive alerts.
He filled the gap before the offensive
player,
lineman could get to the
formation, there, Hail Mary. Punt plan, there are 9 player, there, David Montgomery, zone fake jet, 24 zone open.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Let's go, team. Big series right here. We gotta...
Montgomery.
Cross button.
Fighting through at the 25. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard.
Entering play call, David Montgomery. You have 66 options. Zone fake jet. 24 zone open.
Runs in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
51 the mic, boys. 51. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
They'll keep
button.
Here with Montgomery.
Oh, Montgomery just unable to twist free as they hit him short of the line to gain.
Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Just looking down at this with a naked eye, looks like they have about 1.5 yards. Any chance they go for it here?
There's a chance, but I have to say, punt the ball here. Get rid of this thing and try and help your defense a little bit. I know there's that temptation, and I know people have it on their play sheet. I have that one play that'll get me what I need, but if you don't get it, you pretty much handed the game to the other team.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 12 options. Punt is selected.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return. And the Lions will take over.
Time for another look at this Lions offense.
Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
but they turned it back over to him, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Yeah, part one is done. Now part two. First throw in overtime for Goff. This one swung out to Williams. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll make it second and short. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators
Entering play call, cover 6 though.
throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Just a yard to go here on second down. They'll hand it off now. Williams. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
our backs, and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Goff now to throw. His throw incomplete.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
An incompletion, and I think he'll take that.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now a handoff. Here's Williams. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
That's what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Khalil Mack, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in 1 game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 return left. Return right.
Here comes the Lions punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away.
Triangle button.
39 yards on the punt, give him just 1 yard on the return. And the Bears take over. The Bears now ready to take over again. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet.
Entering play call, punt plan. There are 9. Coach suggest punt plan. Player. There are 9. Formation. Concept. There are play type. There are run. Option. RPO. Special. Pass.
Those special plays
Quick
from one of
fade.
your better players.
Twice
Maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Cross button. R1 button. R1 button. Square button.
Behind his man, he missed him. Incomplete.
Entering play call. Quick pass. There are 6. Quick fade. Stick. Slants.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Square button. Triangle button. Triangle button. R2 button.
Incomplete. That's Montgomery. And only able to...
Entering play call. Quick pass. There are 6.
They
Quick
do
fade.
get a couple, but they'll be left staring at
Twice
a
to-
fade coming up.
I
Quick
know
fade.
it was a
Stick.
gain.
Double slants.
It's probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play.
R1 button.
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Triangle button.
Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
Triangle button. Square button. Circle button.
To his right. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Fields, we know he has the good mobility. He flashes it there as he scrambles for the first down. But nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
Entering play call. Play type, personnel, there, 1 RB bar 3, 1 RB bar 1 T bar 3 WR, tight Y, bench switch, stick, bench switch, AHB zone double, jet sweep, zone thick jet, stick, zone, stick.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Cross button. Cross button.
Now a run.
Cross button.
And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 3.
Entering play call. AHB zone WK. Inside zones. Post did. Boot slide. Jet sweep. Jets. Zone thick jet. Stick. Personnel, 1 RB bar 3 T bar 1 W, 1 RB bar 1 T bar 3 W, tight Y off. There are 21 categories, you have 9 options, inside zone split is selected.
Again, they'll go
cross button.
Montgomery. And they regroup defensively after the broken tackle.
Entering play call, tight Y off. There are 20. AHB zone WK.
Just a 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Personnel, there are 9. Favorites, there are 9. Recent play, coach suggestion, gun plan, there. Player, there are 9. Darnell Mooney, David Montgomery, Allen Robbins, Cole, Justin, Tarek Cohen, Tarek Pabu, FD dive.
They'll try to
run one button.
Cohen, and he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down.
A lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on 3rd down. That pickup there was big because they had struggled throughout this one.
Entering play call, player, formation, Hail Mary, goal line, gun, weak, concept, medium, deep, quick pass, X slant.
So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the
circle button. Cross button. Triangle button.
He'll get that complete to his tight end Komet.
Cross button.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside?
Entering play call, quick slant.
And anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Cross button. Circle button. Triangle button.
Look to throw.
R2 button.
Complete to Robinson. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and the game winner in OT. So the game-winning touchdown came through the air in overtime. 4 quarters wasn't enough. We were treated to a really good one, weren't we, partner?
That we were, and I just love being able to be witness to a game like this all the way through. Who's going to win it? What, we're getting overtime? Great for us. A lot of tension on the field, very tough. Not a surprise it ended with a passing touchdown. That's the way we play in the NFL. But the execution was pretty darn good.
So for the Bears, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for the Lions, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week for a look at new U.S. Bank Stadium and a date with the Vikings.
Report player stats.